If you're someone who people rely on, whether that's at work or at home or even with young people, there's usually a hidden reason saying no feels uncomfortable. And it has nothing to do with your personality. It's your nervous system trying to keep everyone safe. So let's do something simple together. Don't answer out loud, just notice what happens in your body. First of all, and you can shut your eyes if it's easier, okay? First of all, imagine someone saying to you, "Hey, can you quickly review this?" Or "We need you right now for something important." Or "You're the best person to complete this." Notice your chest. Notice your breathing. Notice your shoulders. Now imagine yourself replying with, "Oh, I can't take that on this week." Or, "Sorry, I need to protect time for something important right now." Or, "Thanks for the offer, but it's not where I'm most needed." Oh, did one of those feel heavier or slightly risky? And that tightening in your body, that's not personality. That's your nervous system calculating safety. So if you're someone responsible for others, whether it's kids or teams or students or families or your own results, your system has probably learned that to keep things running means you need to be constantly available. Am I right? Most people think the issue is confidence or discipline or needing to be more selfish. But the belief underneath saying yes without thinking often sounds more like this: if I say no, someone will struggle. If I step back, something might fall apart. If I stop helping, I'll let someone down. So you say yes. Yes to one more request. Yes to one more responsibility. Yes to one more problem to solve. Not because you're weak, but because you care. But over time, the person everyone relies on starts running on empty. Now, one of the leaders I worked with a few years ago, he carried a lot. He had a demanding professional role, a team who relied upon him, young people at home who needed guidance. He was respected, trustworthy, totally capable, and constantly saying yes. Yes to extra work. Yes to solving problems that weren't his. Yes to stepping in when someone was struggling. He believed that's what good leaders do. But his attention became fragmented. At work, he felt stretched. At home, he wasn't really present. He was tired. And all the things that mattered most to him, he would postpone. Now, neuroscience shows that task switching increases stress and reduces our ability to think clearly. When our attention fractures, capability drops. He wasn't failing, he was spread too thin. And that's what happens when you don't have great boundaries. Now, after we worked together, nothing dramatic changed externally. He didn't stop caring, he didn't stop helping, but he became clearer. Instead of asking, "Can I help with this?" he asked, "Is this mine to carry?" Now, sometimes the answer was yes, and sometimes it was no. And when it was no, he was able to learn how to decline calmly without the guilt. He protected time for what mattered. He was focused on work that actually moved things forward. And then something interesting happened. Respect for himself increased, and respect from others did too. Same person, different boundaries. So think about boundaries like an airport control tower, right? The controller, their job isn't to fly every plane. Their job is to keep the airspace organised and safe. If they tried to control every aircraft themselves, the whole system would collapse. Leadership works the same way. Boundaries aren't rejection. They are how stability is protected. Now, my client, before boundaries, he carried everything, and just feel how heavy that is. After boundaries, he only carried what mattered most. Before boundaries, he was reliable but stretched. And after boundaries, he was clear and steady. And it started with something small, which was noticing that tightening in his chest before he said yes. Now, the moment you stop carrying everything is often the moment others start growing. And so leadership suddenly becomes life.